Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Kal Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and double honors to the men that taught our elders. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. This is your brother Yakar Aben from Great Millstone, Houston, back with another lesson. You know, I'm going to go over Daniel, I guess Daniel chapter 4. But first, let's get this in in Romans. It says, this is Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So when you go back into the scriptures, the things that are written, it's supposed to give us hope because of the things that have been done and the things that are foretold to take place, because the Lord is, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is a mighty power, the Most High. I mean, Yahweh being He is, and Yahweh Shah being He is the deliverer, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. But the Most High has devised a book, and He's written out a history line, and if it lines up straight with history, and you can see the things that have happened, and it shows that the Lord is not a power that He should lie. If He says it, He's going to do it. And we're going to start out. Let me get back to that Daniel chapter 4. We're going to start here at Daniel 4 and 4. I'm just going to really just kind of go over it for just going to read over it, and we might get a couple more scriptures, but I'm really just going to read it to get the content. It says, I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in mine house and flourishing in my palace. And I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore made I a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of the dream. Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, the soothsayers, and I told the dream before them, but they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof. But at the last Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belshazzar, according to the name of my God, and in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. And before him I told the dream, saying. So this is a Nebuchadnezzar calling Daniel Belteshazzar, which is one of the Babylonian gods. All right, we can get it real quick. Belshazzar, Lord of the straitened treasures. Yeah, Lord of the straitened treasures. But anyway, so that was one of the Babylonian gods, because Daniel and the other three of the captivity of Judah, their names were changed. They were given Babylonian names. But let's keep going. It says, O Belteshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in thee, and no secret troubleth thee. Tell me the vision of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof. Thus were the visions of mine head in my bed. I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. I got a image. It's supposed to be a depiction. It says, so yeah, this is Bible artwork. You can go check that out. Well, anyway, okay, and it says, thus were the vision of mine head in my bed. I saw and behold a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height was of the height thereof was great. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. The leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all. The beasts of the field had shadow under it, and the fowls of heaven dwelt in the boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed of it. I saw in the vision of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and a holy one came down from heaven. He cried aloud. He cried aloud and said thus, hew down the tree and cut off his branches, shake off his leaves and scatter his fruit, lest the beasts get away from under it and the fowls from its branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, in the tender grass of the field, let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts in the grass of the earth. It's gonna explain to you exactly what that says. Just keep reading the scripture. So, let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men. This dream I, King Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now thou, O Belshazzar, declare the interpretation thereof, for as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but thou art able. The spirit of the holy gods is in thee. Then Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, was a stone for an hour, and his thoughts troubled him. The king spake and said, Belshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belshazzar answered and said, my lord, the dream be to them that hate thee, and the interpretation thereof to thine enemies. The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof to all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit from thereof much, and in it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon those branches the fowls of the heaven had their habitation. Verse 22, Daniel 4 and 22. It is thou, O king, that are grown and become strong, for thy greatness is grown and reacheth unto heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth. Whereas the king saw a watcher and a holy one coming down from heaven, and saying, hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field, till 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which is come unto my lord the king. It says, that they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and they shall wet thee with the dew of heaven, and 7 times shall pass over thee, till thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. And whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the tree roots, thy kingdom shall be sure unto thee, after that thou shalt have known that the heavens do rule. Wherefore, O king, let the counsel be acceptable unto thee, and break off thy sins by righteousness, and thine iniquities by showing mercy to the poor, if it may be a lengthening of thy tranquility. So basically, Daniel's telling him, look, hey, stop doing what you're doing and get with the program, because it's already been a decree that, hey, we're gonna, your branches are gonna be cut off, and you're gonna dwell with the beast like an oxen. But let's get this in Proverbs 6. This is Proverbs 6:16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. So, Belshazzar had a proud look, and we're getting ready to see what went down. And this came upon the king Nebuchadnezzar, and at the end of 12 months he walked into the palace of the kingdom of Babylon. And the king spake and said, is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by the might of my power and for the honor of my majesty? So, it's a decree by the watchers that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. But he had a proud look, like, hey, look at what kingdom is great as what I've accomplished. Much like and a proud look. The word was in the king's mouth. There fell a voice from heaven from thee, and they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and thou know that the Most High and giveth eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hairs were grown like eagles' feathers. See, this is the God that we serve. This is the God that we serve, that he'll have you tripping. Was it say groping at noonday, as a blind groping at noonday? So King Nebuchadnezzar had a proud look, and he had him, walking around eating grass like an ox. So the things that were written before time were written for our learning. So these things, tell us 2 things: the Lord does what he says he's going to do, and we have the stories to back it up. We have the stories to back it up. With that being said, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect scattered across the 4 winds. This is just a quick lesson. Hopefully this is edifying to the flock. This is your brother Yakar Alman, Great Millstone, Houston. Shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah.